Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today, after getting through to the Conference League for the second season in a row, today we concentrate on the Eredivisie and can we continue a 100% start to the season. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 59 of Going Dutch as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, as we try and return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games in the Eredivisie. It's Eredivisie match day 6 and match day 7. Fortuna Sittard away, FC Volendam at home. But before we get into those games, let's have a look and see if we've managed to hang on to our 100% record, because we did play Graafschap in between. 8 minutes on the clock and a free kick. Ball in and it's headed on. Heen is in and Heen puts it away past Bergstrom, and we go a goal behind. De Graafschap not done badly since they've come up. Now we'll see it again. It's ball forward. It's headed on and it's Route 1 stuff. And Heen beating a Bergstrom. We have a free kick, 25 minutes on the clock. This one popped forward and it's in, and Stewart gets the equaliser, and question of offside. It'll be his 5th of the season if it's allowed. Going to VAR, and it's not. He's offside again. It's from the free kick, in fact. 31 on the clock. They have a free kick. It's cut out by Peter. Peter to Stewart. Boumassoudi. Boumassoudi comes forward. He pulls it left. Finds it's a bit behind or in front of everybody. Stewart comes back to collect it. It's fired in and cleared. Van der Beek will tidy up. It's going to be recycled again for Rowe. Latonda this time. Latonda into the area. Ross Stewart, he's onside this time. And we do get the equaliser on 33 minutes. And they've taken the lead. They've been a good side, but Latonda, that ball in. And finally, Stewart squeezes it in. 34 on the clock now. Lavelle to Elatim. Finds Peter. Peter crossed this ball and it's headed straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. I think it was Varro, actually. Highlight is going to continue. And this ball launched forward. Cut out by Van der Beek to Latonda. Back to to Vessels this time. Van der Beek. Elatim. Latonda. Vessels. Van der Beek. Vessels. Vessels goes out wide to Varro. Varro comes forward. Varro now trying to cross this in. He has. But it's well defended, and they are defending very, very well. And those attacking crosses. Elatim. Peter having work to do there, but he's got it back out to Varro. Varro. And not sure who's gone down there. And it's in the back of the net to Julian Lavelle. Who's on the floor? Is it Boumassoudi on the floor down here? Which isn't good news. Not quite sure what happened. We may see it again in the replay. I think he's hurt his ankle. And we take the lead on 36 minutes. Boumassoudi's gone down there. Just rewind it very slightly to see what happened. It was innocuous, I think. Boumassoudi there. And he's gone down. Obviously injured himself somehow or other. And, goalkeeper making the save from Latonda, but Lavelle was there to follow up. Have a throw in on that far side. Dirksen comes forward. And they're very positive. Hayne is in again. And he's got to be offside. He looked like he was offside well in advance. If Stewart was offside, then surely it is disallowed. He was offside. Won't count. Stays at 2-1 as we go into injury time. Yep, there he is. Let's highlight the second half. 58 minutes on the clock. And that ball headed on again. That's done us twice. Hansen is there. And he's got round his man. He's jiggling around there. Still not dispossessed him. And he's put it away. And gets the equaliser on 59 minutes. We just left him to run around us. What were we doing? He's here with the ball. Admittedly, have to be careful in the area, but we've just let him run. Not stopped him, not blocked him off, and he's beaten Bergstrom at the near post. Failed with a throw in on the far side. 76 minutes on the clock. Lakessa, who's come on, scored and got a winner for us last time out. Alatim over the top, but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Too far in advance for Stewart. The tests have gone 2 up against Heroveen. And they're headed on again. That has done us twice, but this time Lavelde cutting it out. Alatim. Back forward for Lavelde, who'd gone on a run. But we thwarted it with the attack for the moment. Alatim into midfield. Latonda out wide. Latonda now just needs to get this ball in. He has. He swung it in. It's come back off the woodwork. And a second attempt's gone over the top from Lavelde. Latonda with a corner. Swung in. Stewart, but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. And the highlight will continue. This time cut out by Rekic. Lavelde. Lakesta. And it was a poor ball. Van der Beek. The tester brings it down. Toure. Romney. Tries to get it back to Toure. Didn't manage it though. And that ball short. We won it and lost it all in one move. Ball cut out though by Rekic, who was on the same wavelength as we try and get a winning goal. 82 on the clock. Lavelde into the area. Romney back to Lavelde. Lavelde crosses this in. It's Latonda hitting back first time. Ross Stewart this time gets it on goal. 6th goal of the season. We take a 3-2 lead, and it's been a very topsy-turvy match. And having taken the lead, we want to hang on to it now. Lavelde into the area. Romney cut it back to Lavelde. Lavelde chips it over. Defended well. Goes through to Latonda, who hits it first time. Hangs it up. And Ross Stewart getting up above the defender. And in the back of the net. 85 on the clock. Nearly 86. A throw in. And it was Latonda that made the throw in. We've got it through to Rekic. Rosier, who's come on in defence. Rosier finds Lavelde. Lavelde through to Romney. Romney into the area. Romney. And the goalkeeper makes a save. It was going in. And another corner. Tester with the corner. And this one swung to the back post. It's gone wide though. 2 minutes on. 5 minutes of added time. And they are on the attack. Got to try and cut it out. It's Heen again. And they've got an equaliser. We've just not defended well at all today. And Bergstrom is beaten 3 times. But I think it's mainly the defence. Again, running at him. Hayne has been a thorn all game. And Shapima just created the space across the front of Bergstrom and into the side netting. Tester, Rekic, we're in the 94th minute. Rekic, Van der Beek, a tester finds Lavelde. Lavelde through to Stewart. Stewart has pulled a save out of the goalkeeper yet again. The goalkeeper has kept a minute for sure. Last time we looked, we had 23 shots on target. 23 shots. Yeah, we just should have really just been far and away by now. We're going to see the highlight again before we see the corner. Through to Stewart. Stewart, nice first one. It was actually the defender that got the foot there. Latonda then swings this in. Rosier! Second goal of the season for Rosier, and 4-3. What a topsy-turvy game. We'll need to hang on to this now. We are in the 5th, last minute of added time, and we mustn't let them get back in again. And we have finished the game at the Mandamakers, a 4-3. If you're a neutral, that was one heck of a game. 7 goals you've seen. Ross Stewart getting a brace. Leveld on 36. Rosier winning it for us 5 minutes into injury time. 25 shots we had. 15 of them on target. We should have been way in front in this game. 3.64 on the XG. And 70% of the possession. Graafschap, 10 shots, 6 on target, 2.05, and 30% of the possession. Well, what can you say? Thierry Latonda picking up a player of the match, and 8.8 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances, 3 assists he made, and 9.2 for him. A very good day at the office. And there we go. We did manage to beat Graafschap in the end. Lorenz Rosier, 5 minutes into injury time, keeping our 100% record, and the table looking like this at the end of that round of games. Ajax are still top just on the goal difference, 2 goals different to us. The only 2 sides with 100% record, 15 points from our first 5 games. A fine order, 3 points adrift in 3rd place on 12 points. PSV are 4th on the 11th. And then 3 teams just outside of those European places. FC Utrecht, FC Twente and Vitesse all on 10 points at the other end of the table. NEC Nijmegen are in that playoff place, but they're on goal difference from Zwolle, who are on 3 points just above them, and then 3 teams on 4 points. It's early days still. Volendam, our second opponents of today's episode, are down there in 17th place with FC Emmen just below them. Fortuna Sittard currently in 13th place with 4 points from their first 5 games. They've lost 3, drawn 1, and only won 1 game so far this season, which leaves us looking at how we're going to do it. We still have Stanovic. He's out for 3 to 7 days with that twisted ankle. Drambev hopefully will be back, possibly not for this first game, but for the second game of the episode, which would be rather interesting. We can't wait for him to be back, really, to be honest, and see what he can add to that left wing. It's obviously going to take him a little while just to get back up to speed again as well. That's the main thing. One other thing that's happened since you were last with us, of course, the transfer window has slammed shut, and I can confirm, if we go back in here, I can confirm nobody came in. Basically, Jay Stansfield we wanted in, but we couldn't get him because once again we had no money in order to bring him in, and we need to sort out the transfer budget before we can actually bring any players in, which is rather annoying that the board haven't given us the support. So winter transfer window, hopefully we can we're going to have to offload somebody before we can bring anybody in. Yeah, bit disappointing that, but at least we've got some players coming back from injury, which is good news. So nothing happening on the transfer window. First game up then, it's Fortuna Sittard in the Eredivisie, match day 6, and we've played them 7 times this series. Currently, we've won 4, drawn 3, but not lost any to date. Today we are at where are we? We're at the Fortuna Sittard Stadion. Last time we were there, we beat them 4-1. Boumassoudi, Marley Cruz and Elatim getting 2 goals, 88 and 93 minutes to give us a comprehensive 4-1 win. Amro Amballo, the scorer for Fortuna Sittard. That was the last time we played them at their place. And in fact, the last 3 times that we've played them, we've won 4-1. It did go to extra time in the game against them in the Dutch Cup third round. I think it was last season. Stanovic, Cares, Varro and Latonda, the scorers, but Cares, Varro and Latonda in extra time, giving us that 4-1 win. Looked comprehensive in the end, but it was a tight match. Stanovic giving us the lead. Lansana getting the equaliser on 84 just to break our hearts. And then last time out at the Mandemakers, Ross Stewart hat-trick, 3 minutes, 4 minutes and 60 minutes. Emma Hansen on 90 minutes. And Oshiman Oki Mission was the consolation goal for Fortuna Sittard on 33. So, plenty of goals in this tie. Can there be plenty of goals today? Let's go and find out. And this is how we line up for Eredivisie match day 6. Fortuna Sittard, the opponents. It's Bergstrom continuing in goal despite letting in 3 last time. But that was more to do with the defence, I think. Van der Beek, Vessels and Rosier, the defensive line. Varro continues on that left side without the Drambev available. Whoever comes back in on the right for a start. Elatim is between them in midfield. Latonda is still on the left side of the attack. Peter on the right. Romney is returned to the starting lineup behind Ross Stewart up front on the bench. Looks like this. Setford, Leveld, Rekic, Drambev coming back from injury. Can play 60 minutes apparently. Franson, Rain, Toure, Hansen, Atesta, Burmasudi, Dennis Janssen, who is in for the injured Chris Lakessa, who was injured playing for the reserves, and Van Duren. Here we are at the Fortuna Sittard Stadium. They've lost 3 of their last 5, drawn 1-1, playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. And we're playing our usual system. We are second on 15, Fortuna Sittard 13th on 4 points. First highlight comes 4 minutes in. Schmidt with the throw out for the goal kick, as it were. Ball given away. Romney's failed, but referee playing in our change strip today. Purple. Oh, off the crossbar. Who was that? That was a shot from Peter, I think. Off the crossbar. Whoever wins that ball back, Elatim. 1 minutes on the clock. And Fortuna Sittard, they've had the bulk of the play here. And I'm not sure if this is going to VAR or what's going on. Referee's going to have a look at the screen. Player brought down. Fortuna Sittard player brought down. No penalty. Just going to have a look at that again to see what actually happened here. Searholz comes through, and it was Rosier, I think. I'm not sure who else is here. Whoever and Rosier come in on him. He goes down, but Rosier, I think, cleanly took the ball away from him without too much trouble, which is why the referee went and had a look and signalled no penalty. 31 minutes on the clock. Varro with a throw in to Latonda, back to Varro. Varro to Van der Beek. Van der Beek doubles back. Vessels to whoever. Oh, he's given the ball away. Trying to get that away, but Rosier is there again. Vessels playing as the central defender today. Alatim goes out wide to Varro. We haven't seen him run at this defence, and that's a job for Latonda, really. Alatim's gone all the way back to Bergstrom. Vessels. Try and build again. Van der Beek this time finds Latonda. Latonda sweeps this one in. It's off the head. Peter brings it down though. Elatim. Latonda off the crossbar again. Twice on the woodwork, and that's hit Van der Beek on the back, and they come away with the ball. Well, according to the stats, we've only hit the woodwork once, but I'm sure that's twice. Maybe the goalkeeper saved one of them. Not found a way through yet. It's been a very tight affair. Usually hemorrhages lots of goals this game, but not today. And there Vita comes on a run. I need to cut him out. And it's cleared again by Rosier. But they're coming again. Vita. And we've won that ball back. Latonda, our defending is quite good today. Latonda comes. We got a counter on here. Can we do something? Latonda crosses, had a shot. Goodness me. His first goal of the season. And Thierry Latonda on the wrong side of the pitch, effectively, on 42 minutes, gives us a lead. He come away all on his own. He's got one player. The rest of the players are well behind the game. Stewart is in the middle, and he's looked up, and he's just driven that ball as hard as he can and beaten the goalkeeper. 43 on the clock. Rosier with a free kick to Elatim. And find it hard to break them down, but we did. Whoever, through to Romney. Romney now. Romney round his man. Romney's on his own. And looking for Stewart and didn't find him. The goalkeeper managed to push it away from him. And half-time comes. And we've got a single goal lead, really, against the run of play. Having said that, they've had no shots and nothing on target to date. 53% of the possession. We've had 6 shots, 3 on target, 0.36 and 47% of the possession. We've had shots and it's 50%, but we need to be a bit more accurate with our shooting in the second half. Latonda on 42 minutes from Elatim. And to be honest, Latonda, well, what an individual goal that was. First half comes 47 minutes in, and we've won that ball. Vessels through to Ross Stewart. Romney now. Weaving about there. Varro just needs to cross his ball in. He's got Latonda who swept it in, and Stewart just missed it. I presume that was Stewart. It wasn't. It was Peter. Completely missed it. And the ball goes all the way back to Van der Beek, and this, a chance gone begging. Swept this ball in. Varro hits it first time into the path of Latonda. Latonda fires it across. And he's obviously firing it across for one of these players here. But it's caught a deflection off of the defender, and it's sort of heading this way. The goalkeeper's sort of let it go past him, but Peter, unfortunately, just got a bit of a tangle with it. And with 66 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes at this point in time. Elatim, who's not been able to control that midfield particularly well. The other problem that we've had is he's now tired. So we have moved Patrick Varro into that central defensive position. Alexander Drambev, coming back from injury, makes his return, and he'll get some sort of 24 minutes, something like that, to see the game out. The other player not playing particularly well today, Peter, he's been replaced on the right-hand side by Emil Hansen. 73 on the clock. Schmidt to Guth. Goal kick. And, still finding it difficult to find a way through. They have had shots and shots on target in this second half. So a little bit of a worry. And won that ball and lost it all in one go. I think that might have been Drambev, actually. But Latonda has won the ball. Latonda to Varro. Van der Beek. Drambev. Drambev now sweeps this in. Stewart! And that's what we've been missing. Question of whether he's offside. 7th goal of the season, if it counts. We'll see. It is a goal. He was onside. And Drambev, ladies and gentlemen, is back. We'll see it go out. Drambev, exactly what Drambev does well. And that ball's played. In fact, if we go back very, very slightly, when that ball's played, I think he's just about being played on by this defender here, if there's not one on this side of the pitch. But it's very tight call, and lovely ball in, and Stewart puts those away. You may well see the lines now. And with 75 minutes on the clock, having taken a decent 2-goal lead now against Fortuna Sittard, we're making 2 more changes. We have taken off Ollie Romney, who is getting tired, not had a good day out there today. Boo Masudi comes on to replace him. And our 4th change for now is Thierry Latonda, who's tiring. Had a great game out there today, including 1 goal, which was the opening goal. He's replaced by Tijani Toure. Toure tries to fire one forward. Didn't find anybody. And, they're running through the lines. And I would have thought whoever that was would try to cut that one out. Rosier didn't cut it out on this occasion. And he's going to get sent off now as well, isn't he? Tackle from behind. What's the referee going to do? Yeah, it's a straight red, and we're down to 10. And with that sending off of whoever, we seem to have a spate of those just in both saves just recently, which is really annoying. Varro is the player that we were going to take off anyway. We're just looking to take him off. We're going to replace him with a tester, but as it's worked itself out, we've had to take him off. Brought on Patrick Lavelde, which means that we have our defence back together. And Boo Masudi has just dropped deep into central midfield, which means that we have to play a slightly different formation to see this game out. 78 minutes on the clock. 81 minutes, Lavelde with a throw into Boo Masudi. And that ball played, I'm not sure if it was played for Hansen, but didn't get through there. And Betty, we're down to 10 men, of course, and we need to hold on to this. Not a good position to be in, and outnumbering us at the minute. Hansen coming rushing back. Peterson, he's into the area, he's pulled it back, and they've scored. And yeah. Right. Well, I say right after, but 100% records getting a bit of a thing. Good job we had a 2-goal cushion. "94 minutes. 4th minute, a 5 added on. Oh! And our 100% record has gone, all because whoever got sent off. And, well, there you go. We've blown it from a 2-goal lead. Bergstrom not keeping that one out. Maybe it's time for Setford to come back in the goal. And 100% record goes down the pan with whoever being sent off on 78 minutes. They got goals back on 82 and 94. Couldn't keep them out. They had 6 shots, 5 on target, 1.01. 56% of the possession. We had 11 shots, 5 on target, 1.93, and 44% of the possession. We weren't on top today. And with that disappointing result, we are now 2 points behind Ajax, but as they beat Vitesse. But interestingly, Vitesse, Martin Keers, who's gone on loan to Vitesse, he scored his 2nd goal for them, both from the penalty spot. This one on 71 minutes, but it wasn't enough against Ajax. Ajax stay on top. And today's results, Feyenoord beating Volendam by 2-1, which means that they close the gap on us to just 1 point as it currently stands. FC Utrecht moving up into 4th on 13 points. FC 25th. Also on 13 points. Utrecht beating Heerenveen by 2-0, and FC 20 beating Sparta Rotterdam by 2-0. PSV Eindhoven, they were... did they play? They didn't play there, did they? I can't see PSV. Why can't I see PSV? Everybody's played. They drew 0-0 with Nijmegen, which is why they've dropped to 6th. Down the other end of the table, Emmen are on the bottom, lost 3-1 to AZ. Volendam, as we know, they lost to Feyenoord by 2-1. Almere City, 3-0 losers to Graafschap, which puts them down into 16th place. Nijmegen moving up by virtue of that draw against PSV. And then it's Fortuna Sittard dropped to 14th, Sparta Rotterdam in 13th, both on 5 points. That's how it is. 7 days down to the game against FC Volendam. Need to get back onto the winning ways. Haven't lost, I guess, but still need to win games. Volendam is up next. We'll be back on match day. And you come back and join us on match day 7, as we try to get back to winning ways. Home today against FC Volendam. The last time we played them home, it was a 5-1 win. Marley Cruz, Jana, whoever, Boumassoudi and Lobinger getting a brace on that occasion. Kishner getting a consolation goal for Volendam. Last time we played them at their place, at the Graafschap Stadion. Romney, Stewart and Stanovic, the scorers on that occasion, a 3-0 win. That back in February this year, the second game of last season, beating them twice last season. Previous to that, we lost 2-0 at their place in the Eredivisie, and 3-1 at our place that season. Lobinger with a brace, and Lakessa, the other scorer. Can we get a result today? Let's have a look. And this is how we line up for match day 7 in the Eredivisie against FC Volendam, back at the Mandemakers. And the good news is Stanovic is back from his injury. He's on the bench today, but we'll get some game time, I guess, at some point or other. The big change in goal. Setford returns to goal for just his second game of the season. Let's hope he can be on form today, replacing Bergstrom, who's let in 5 goals in the last 2 games. Vessels, Van der Beek and Rosier, our defensive line. We need to think about possibly bringing another defender in. I know we did lose a couple over the summer, and we were looking at a couple, and again, because of the wages, we're struggling to bring somebody in. It may be that we have to strike a loan deal at some point, but of course we won't be able to redo that properly until January. Drambev and Leveld are the complete wing backs. Drambev making his first start after injury. Varro is restored to that central midfield role. Hansen and Peter are the wide players, with Boumassoudi replacing Omni, who's not played particularly well. Romney, who's not played particularly well just recently. Stewart continues to lead the attack up front today. Again, we could do with that striker, and Stansfield is the obvious one that we want to try and bring in. Again, can't because of money. We've got plenty of wage budget, but just haven't got the money in the pot to bring them in. So that's what we want to do. On the bench today, we have Bergstrom, Latonda, Rekic, Elatim, Franson, Reen, Toure, Simmons, Atesta, Romney, Stanovic, as I said, coming back from injury, and Van Duren. Here we are back at the Mandemakers. Won 4 of our last 5. Drew the other one, the one we wanted to win. And it's put us back on the back foot. Volendam have won in their last 5. They're playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. And we are down to 3rd round of games have been played. They're Volendam in 17th with 3 points. Feyenoord winning their game in hand. So we need to win ours. Let's highlight Hansen with a free kick, swung in. It's come back off the post. I think it's gone out potentially for a corner. It has gone for a corner. Peter with the corner. Peter pumps this in near post, looking for Rosier. Didn't find him, and it's pumped upfield. Volendam on the ball, but that cut out. Hansen, not quite sure who cut that out in midfield. It's Boumassoudi, actually. It's gone back to Setford. Van der Beek. Van der Beek comes forward. Vessels. Vessels finds Varro. Varro has Van der Beek there. Rosier. Leveld. Leveld finds Varro, who's in his midfield position today, having played in that right left wing back while Drambev was injured. Forward to Hansen. Boumassoudi! Boumassoudi's put it away, and his 3rd goal of the season. That's a bit more like it. Through the middle, And Boomer City gives us the lead on 13 minutes. Van der Beek coming forward, fires into Hansen. Hansen through to Boomer City. Boomer City, one touch on his right foot and plants it in the back of the net. The corner, 24 minutes on clock. Peter with this one, back post. Oh, Rosier couldn't bring it down. With a throw in, just half an hour gone. Varro. This one to Vessels. Drambev. Hansen having a start on that wing for today. Vessels. Stanovic, of course, waiting in the wings. Hansen! And Hansen gets his second goal of the season and gives us a 2-goal lead. We've been there before, though, boys and girls. On 31 minutes, Bergerson beaten again. And Hansen this time pulls it back to Drambev. Vessels. Hansen runs onto the ball. And Hansen fires it into the corner. Free kick now, 35 minutes. Varro, and it's headed in a save. Something gone on there. Half time has arrived. They've had no shot. Deja vu. What happened last time? They hadn't had any shots or on target at half time. And they come back and bit us in the bum, 2-2. Today, we're in the same situation. We've had 9 shots, 5 of which been on target. 0.74 and 56% of the possession. Hansen scoring 1 and assisting 1 so far. Boomer Sudi and Hansen, the scorers on 13 and 31. The question is, can we do better than last time out? Increase the lead for a start off, and 2, not give anything away. First highlight of this second half comes on 50 minutes. Bergerson with a goal kick. Fires it up pitch. Oh, and they're through Butler. Oof. Shot from distance over the top. Peter with the ball. Leveld pulls it back. Hansen, Varro, Leveld. Leveld is tackled. And a penalty's given. I think I was going to review it. He's going to have a look at the screen. Not leaving it just to the VAR assistant referee. He's going to have a good look. And what's his decision going to be? It's a penalty. It's a penalty. And, well, who's going to step up and take it? It's going to be Ross Stewart. 57 minutes on the clock. He's put it in the corner. 3-0 on 57. His 8th goal of the season for Ross Stewart. Tidy finish, beating the goalkeeper. And with nearly 76 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes. Drambev, who can only play 75 minutes thereabouts. He's made his full sort of comeback from injury today, not firing on all cylinders, but he's come back. Latonda replaces him. Patrick Varro in that midfield. Again, he's got a game coming up in midweek in the Conference League. He's replaced by Edward Testa. And our final change is Stanovic. He's going to have the final 15 minutes. And he replaces Peter. And with 87 minutes on the clock, we're making our final 2 changes. We have taken off Ross Stewart and replaced him with Stefan van Duren. Just to give Ross Stewart a little bit of a rest with the game coming up on Thursday. And our final change is Ilyas Abumasudi, who's had a good game. He's been replaced by Jürgen Elatim. And it's all over. We're back to winning ways. A 3-0 win over FC Volendam. And, well, Boomasudi on 13, Hansen on 31. Deja vu was coming round, but Ross Stewart managed to add a third from the penalty spot on 57. Albeit it was a bit of a lacklustre second half. 16 shots, 9 on target, 2.17 and 61% of the possession. They had 3 shots, nothing on target, 0.25 and 39% of the possession. Back to winning ways. And the player of the match for Emil Hansen. 4 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance on assist, and a goal. He's had a good day out there. Well, Ajax played FC Utrecht and beat them by 1-0 to remain on top with their 100% record. The only side with a 100% record, of course, as it currently stands. We remain in second place, 2 points adrift of Ajax, waiting for them to slip up. But right behind us, final win again, 3-0 winners over FC 20 on this occasion. And they are in third place, 1 point behind us. PSV move up into fourth place, having got themselves back into winning ways. A 3-2 win against FC Emmen, who are currently on the bottom of the table. FC Utrecht dropped down because of that loss to Ajax. They are in fifth place on 13 points. Also on 13 points, FC 20, who, as we know, lost to Feyenoord, and AZ, who move up into seventh place. They beat SC Heerenveen by 1-0. And that's how it looks at the top of the table. Down the bottom, Nijmegen back into that playoff place. They lost 2-0 to Sparta Rotterdam today. Volendam, of course, losing to us and remaining in 17th place on 3 points. And FC Emmen yet to get off the mark. 7 straight losses with nothing at the bottom. Fortuna Sittard are in 15th on 5. And Heerenveen 14th on 6. And there's 3 teams then on 7 points near the bottom of the table. We're going to come right back. We have a Conference League phase match against TSG Hoffenheim. A trip to the Pre-Zero Arena in Germany for this one, and then we are away to FC 20, currently 6th in the table at the Grosch Veste for Eredivisie Match Day 8. Join me for that on the next episode if you can. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of Go in Dutch, and of course our other series, bottom to the top, as they are released. Go in Dutch, scheduled for every Monday and Thursday. Been a bit wonky of late, I do apologise, but we'll try and keep it as close to that as we can. And the best way of keeping up to date with everything that's happening on the channel and when we might move episodes around is to follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 60, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.